Hello, you join me again in my man cave, my multifunctional shed, social area, disco area, workshop, bar, kitchen. Now I did a tour, part 1. You might want to have a look at that first before you watch this video. This is part 2 and it's going to be my bar and kitchen. Thanks for all the likes and the comments, it means a lot, and to my new subscribers. And if you like this video and if you want to see more, please subscribe, and a thumbs up will be great. And anything that you want to ask me, please put in the comments, your thoughts, whatever, just put it in there. Now I'll start in the kitchen and yeah, we'll go from there. A few ideas I've got for future videos, one of which is bar stools made out of beer kegs. Now it may work out, it may not, but it'd be great if you followed me along with my little YouTube journey. And yeah, let's get started. Let's get on with the bar kitchen tour. Cheers. Okay, before I quickly jump into the bar kitchen tour, if you haven't seen it already, this is my workbench, my man cave. Down that end is my social area, office area. I've got workspace area here where I play table tennis and DIY projects that I build from here. And yeah, one of the questions I was asked actually was how I'd linked all these TVs together. It was asked by Nigel from Muddybootz, an allotment channel I've been following for a number of years. I'm going to put in a later video, a video of how I built this man cave and all the little details. It might be of interest, it might not, but anyway, Nigel Muddybootz, give him a try on YouTube. Follow his channel, say Rob from Weekend Shedhead sent you along. He's literally from seed to crop, he covers it all, vegetable growing, flowers, whatever, it's all on there. But give him a try, I'll put his link below. And just one other quick shout out, a channel that I'm sure if you like workshops and you like organizational skills and how to set out a workshop and just the sheer talent of a guy on YouTube, then check out Fleet's wood shop. I'll put the link again below. His workshop is out of this world. I guarantee, go and have a watch of his channel. He'll give you a tour of it as well. It's amazing. Just tell him that Rob from Weekend Shedhead sent you along, and I'm sure it'll make his day. But yeah, seriously, if you like workshops and man caves, I guarantee you'll love it. If you haven't seen it already, just give him a try. Anyway, let's get on with this tour. Okay, so at the minute I've just got all the LED lights on just to show you what it looks like. First of all, there's my workshop bench all lit up. Anyway, so here is the bar kitchen, and let's just turn these lights on. So yeah, got little vintage light bulbs under there. Let me just quickly start from here. So I've put a folding shutter door, very cheap and cheerful, but it stops smells coming from the kitchen, and it stops dust and debris getting into the kitchen from the workshop side. Now I'm going to make this a bit more airtight eventually. It's just a temporary solution, but it works quite well. I've made a little framework out of CLS just to house it, and yeah, so it tucks away there. Put a little cabin hook on there. It's a bit hard to do it with one hand, but there we go. Okay, so that's a little cabin hook to hold it in place. So yeah, let's walk on in. So starting from the left, start the windows. Now these two windows were made out of one French door, so I cut the French door in two. And let me just put this light on. In fact, let's pop that switch on. Oh, don't want the extractor on. Okay, so yeah, two windows made out of one French door. Cut it in half, put an extra beam of wood on top and bottom, and then sprayed them white, and then made the framework. And I say this part of the shed I made from scratch, so it's all insulated, made it out of 4x2 timber, I think it was, strapped onto the end of my original garage shed, and then that is the extension on the end of the garage shed as well. So yeah, that's this bit here. Now probably the length of it, I would say, I haven't got the measurements here, but it's probably about 10 foot long, something like that. Now it does taper at this side, and across there I would say total is, I haven't got my measurements with me, it's going to come in another video, but it's about 6.5 foot, 7 foot, something like that. Okay, so yeah, they're the windows. Made the framework first of all. Put the outer skin, which is actually cladding made from the garage doors that was at the back of this original shed. So waste not, want not, use them, and it worked out well. As you can see, it's a sloping roof, so that meets the main part of the shed and angles down. Now, to get the length, to get the height, I mean, that was the smallest gradient I could get. So there's enough water can run off, and yeah, felted obviously. Now I wanted to make that door as big as I could, but also I was restricted by space because I've got a fridge freezer there as well, and yeah, it's just enough width wise. So the walls, it's all insulated, but the walls on the inside, I actually used MDF. I think it's about 9mm MDF. And this framework is all treated timber all the way around. The shelves on top there, they're made out of CLS, the cheap and cheerful stuff. Canadian Lumber Standard, I think it stands for. And yeah, there's an extractor. It cost me, I think, a tenner. It was new actually when I got it. It was out of a kitchen. They didn't like the design, but it works for me. So yeah, so, and off. Extractor pipe up there going outside, and the reason it's there is because of this. Like a calf restaurant hot plate grill, runs off two 13-amp plugs, and it's actually 2000 watt either side, so yeah, quite a bit of ampage. So at the minute I haven't got cable big enough, armoured cable from the house, to run both of these at once, so I run them independently of each other for now, and eventually I'll get big enough armoured cable so I can I might be able to run them both together. I'm going to have to get an electrician to check this out. Just to say, I've said this in another video, I'm not an expert. This is all my hobby. So don't hold me to anything. If you're unsure about anything, get expert advice. Okay. So another TV, it's linked with all the other TVs. So whatever's on the laptop will be shown on there. So if anyone sat outside, out here with the windows open, you can watch TV as well. So sports, football, movies, whatever. Just to say about these windows as well, I made these latches, well, fitted these latches, one there. These are quite smart actually because they fold that way. Yeah, cheap and cheerful, but do the job. I've actually put them on hinges that are detachable, so you can actually take them windows out completely, and then it gives you a bar area outside. The door, that was made out of the double doors at the rear of the garage as well. Put new struts in there, painted them, but it's a stable door, so the top part obviously folds out independently from the bottom. And then moving down, the door, like a bar door that comes up to here. In fact, let me just quickly bring that up and I'll show you. Okay, so there it is, and I made that out of with a CLS shelf there, some angle supports, and then I used T-hinges, just a normal work surface, and then at this end, chute bolts. These are the LEDs all the way around. I'll show you them in a minute. So yeah, 2 chute bolts hold that up. Used aluminium trim around the outside just to neaten it up when you cut it, and then one at the back as well, all the way around. Now I got this worktop, this countertop, from a guy off Gumtree, one of my best places to buy second-hand whatever. And he just fitted a kitchen, so it's brand new, but it's got all the grain in there, and it's actually, you can feel it as well. Really nice finish, really expensive stuff, and I think I paid for this, cut it all down to size. I think I paid about 50 quid for the lot, so well impressed with that. Just here, these are actually samples from a DIY store. They were getting rid of them, and the samples for laminate flooring. So I thought, they were about 10 pence each, I think. So I just got different colours, made like a tile effect all the way around the outside, just glued them and nailed them with my nail gun, and yeah, come out well. So above, just utensils on a little hanger, and then couple of plug sockets for the 2 plugs, and then a fuse switch for the extractor up there. Tea making facilities. One of these little racks here, salt and pepper, oil, balsamic vinegar, oil for when I'm using the grill there. Bits and bobs up there. A few vintage effects signs, some really old containers there. Okay, so that's most of that side there. And then below, I made these doors from scratch, so tailored to fit. So I made the frame, the cabinets themselves out of CLS wood. I was debating at the time when I built it to get an old kitchen and like a second-hand kitchen and fit that, and then upscale, well, upcycle the doors and repaint them. But I thought I don't want to restrict it on whatever I get, so I made these doors, like I say, from scratch. So it's plywood, and then I've put a rebate in with a router just to give it that shaker effect. And then similar to what's in the main workshop, I made a trim around the outside, mitered the joints, same handles. I think you get 4 of these. Oh, I can't remember what they were now, about £6 for 4 of these. But yeah, so 2 doors there. I won't go underneath at the minute, it's full of ramel. I've got a lot of sorting out to do. And then a tiny little door, cupboard door down here. And then I made this drawer as well. Just got the little runners you get from Amazon, and made the box. Just set it up in F clamps and glued it together, and nail guns, fixed it in place. I made that. These little hinges here are quite good because they sit proud and they've got like a little trigger on them, so they close. You get them to a certain point and they close shut. So yeah, underneath, routed a rebate LED strip underneath, and when the lights, I'll turn the bulb lights off, and then they look quite effective, I think. And then you can set it on with the disco effect, so they flash to the music as well, which looks good. And then on this side, one thing I've done though, I've connected a lot of strip lights together, and for some reason I've not connected that right, so that's why it's showing a different colour, but I've got to fix that, a bit of soldering involved. But yeah, because it's pink under there, ultraviolet blue under there, and then green under there. Easy enough to sort out though, it's just getting time to do it. So in this corner here is my sink area. Now I fitted one of these pump taps. Now at the moment I've got to fix it. In fact, I might need to replace it. But what it does, on both strokes, it sucks water up out of a barrel. So I'll quickly, in fact, what I'll do is turn this light back on so I can see what we're doing. Okay, so standard sink, just cut a hole in the work surface, fit that in there, siliconed it in, tap up and down. It squirts water on the pull and push, but it has broke, so I need to fix that. But underneath, that's where the water comes from. So one barrel there is the fresh water, and just to say, it's only for washing my hands. I've got fresh water in the fridge for drinking water. And then that barrel next to it, the white barrel, that's for the waste. So that goes straight in there with the U-bend, cleaning products below. Yeah, door made exactly the same with the shaker style, and then cleaning utensils, etc. And then up here, a shelf made out of 2 CLS pieces, and then I've recessed the LEDs in there just to give it the effect of the uplight. So when you turn the turn the lights back on, shines up there. I've also put it underneath that lip there on that shelf. Put my lights back on. Okay, and chopping board, draining board, Tassimo. Keep all my glasses on the back, cocktail shaker, and yeah, so there's the shelf above, that's the light switch. I'm gonna have to sort this cabling out at some point. Again, very crude, but I need to do something with that. And then above, shelf, speaker in the corner, and then a few bottles along the top. Another speaker there. And then coming down, that is the other stereo or amp, and there's a bass bin strapped to the side of it, so when that's turned on, yeah, you feel it. You certainly feel it in here. Fake plant, microwave. Below, that was an old metal cabinet, and I've painted it up. And just to say as well, all this colour here, you can see it's vanilla. It's made by a company called Johnson's Paint, and I've used it to paint the outside of the shed, and yeah, it's great stuff. And I've used it for all the doors in here. I don't know what the makeup of it is, but if you check it out, it's certainly good for painting the outside of sheds anyway. But I think it looks quite good on these cupboards. This fridge here, fridge freezer, I got that for free off Gumtree on on the freebies section, and it was just a standard, I think the make is Bush silver fridge freezer, but I painted it the same colour as everything else, so it took about 4 coats. But then to give it the extra effect, you normally open the fridge freezers on the Bushes with the top part of the door and the bottom part of the door there, but I put these handles on just to give it like a vintage look, and made a shell for it, so that's made out of MDF on the top, and yeah, works well. Down here is a step actually, because the main part of the man cave of the shed is probably a foot higher from where I am, because my garden goes up on a gradient, hence the step. Might put a little bit of a trim around it just to neaten it up. Laminate flooring again, same stuff as in everywhere else. We've got loads of that, so it's like a light oak finish. And yeah, okay, so under here, a couple of stools, take them outside if you need to on the bar area outside. That door there leads into a storage shed. I've got to sort that out. It's just full of ramble. More decorative bits. Now, if you notice, I haven't insulated the roof on any of the shed actually, but I found it does keep the heating quite well. It's in future projects. I need to insulate the roof here and in the rest of man cave. LED strip lighting again, shines quite nicely on the ceiling, and I've put it behind these bottles as well, just a strand of it. I've turned that light off there, get the better effect. Yeah, this cabinet, I've just sort of gone off on a different track here. The cabinet here is just for storing of foods, etc. Because it's metal, it's nicely in there. And I've just put a handle on there as well, similar to the fridge freezer, and another one on there. And yeah. Okay, just to show you how the stable door works then, and I'll take the windows out as well, so you can see from outside what it looks like when the windows are out and that top part of the door's out. there you go, there's my tour complete, part 2. If you haven't seen it, watch part 1. I'm going through my whole workshop and man cave in that episode. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and any questions, please put in the comments below. I've got a future video coming up showing how I built my man cave workshop and this bar kitchen, and I've got loads of ideas for other project videos as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, stay safe, take care, cheers.